Good morning. I'm just going to hop on for a few minutes and see if anybody joins me this windy, cold morning here in Connecticut. It's Lori with Lori's Living the Tasty Life. I am just hopping on because I know Thanksgiving is just about a week away, which I cannot believe. And with cold weather, I start baking like crazy. I'm baking an herbed garlic bread this morning. And I thought maybe for Thanksgiving, this is a great, pretty simple bread to make. You don't have to be a super, you could be a novice at this to make this bread. So it's actually a Parmesan herb bread with fresh garlic added to it. So I know a lot of people shy away from bread. Bread is really just, it heals my soul, and my soul needs a lot of healing lately. So before I got on, I put in a cup of warm water. Your water should probably be about, it's comfortable to feel. So, about probably 82 degrees tops. I wouldn't go any hotter than that, because you'll kill your yeast. A tablespoon of instant yeast and about a tablespoon of sugar. Sugar helps feed the yeast. The yeast loves sugar. If you're hopping on, say hi. So that's bloomed. So if you're not sure what I mean by blooming, I meant to show you that. So I don't know if you can see that, but it starts to get foamy. When it gets foamy, it means it's bloomed. Your yeast is alive, and it's gonna make your bread just absolutely glorious. So 2.5 cups of flour is gonna go into this recipe. I use a very good quality AP flour, all-purpose flour. So I'm going to sprinkle in, there's a 1/2 cup. I'm going to start with a cup because I add my flour as it's mixing. So this may get a little loud while it's going. And then, I forgot to get my salt ready. So about maybe, I'm not a measurer, teaspoon of salt. If you want, you should add a little salt, otherwise it's going to be pretty flavorless. A 1/3 cup of fresh grated Parmesan cheese goes into this, and a tablespoon of olive oil goes into the bread. Again, I'm not a measurer, so don't worry about over pouring a little bit more. It's fine. I am going to add, so I have some peeled garlic here, some garlic cloves, fresh garlic. And I didn't have time to chop before I went live, so I'm going to just chop them up really quickly now. And who doesn't love the smell of fresh garlic at 7:15 in the morning? So I'm just going to chop this up so it's really finely minced. This garlic, it looks like I'm adding a lot of garlic, but garlic really mellows, has its cooking, baking, roasting, whatever you want to call it. Roasted garlic is fabulous. In this case, I'm just adding some fresh garlic. So this is a great bread you can make for your holiday table for Thanksgiving and or the holidays coming up. And you can, if you don't want to bake it off, freeze the dough and then bake it off Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. Take it out Wednesday morning so it thaws, and then let it rise and freeze the dough. And then cook the dough Wednesday night. So you have fresh, really wonderful garlic Parmesan herb bread for your Thanksgiving table. You can make this into rolls or into loaves. Today I'm just going to make it into loaves. So my garlic, my very, very, very stinky garlic is all chopped. I'm going to add that to my bread. Woo! That's some strong garlic this morning. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. And then I'm going to use, I'm very innovative. I like to try different things. So I'm going to use our Wild Tree Garden Vegetable Blend, throwing that in for my herbs. So I am going to use, so this is quite chunky, but that's okay because the herbs are going to cook really nicely into the bread. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to do 4 tablespoons of that because I want a lot of herbs and vegetables and garlic and just, I want a ton of flavor in this bread. And that is it, my friends. I'm going to let that mix up, and then as that's mixing, I'm going to keep on adding flour until it forms a ball, and you'll see what that looks like in a minute. So how's everybody doing out there? I'm going to have some exciting news hopefully on Friday. I will try to go live on Friday, probably later in the day. But yeah, I'm super excited about some stuff. I need some happiness around here. If you're a good friend of mine or you follow me, you know that the past couple weeks have just been absolutely just, yeah, very sad situations around here. So hopefully I have some good news to announce on Friday. So my dough is mixing up nice. I'm actually going to get the spatula. Don't ever do what I almost did because I'm really bad about that. Don't ever have your mixer running and then put something in to scrape down the sides of the bowl. Good way to lose a body part. But I'm notorious for doing it. I've been doing it for years, so I had to shut it off. Woo! The garlic that's coming out of this is amazing. Great way to wake you up first thing in the morning is to smell lots of fresh garlic and the aroma is going through the house. So while that's doing that, I'm going to grease my bowl. So I use stainless steel non-reactive bowls in my house, especially for my bread baking and rising. And excuse me, I have to get very close to you for a minute. I need a paper towel. So I'm just going to lightly grease my bowl with some olive oil. That helps the bread come out of the bowl really nicely. So that's done. That's done. I'm going to clean up my counter a little bit because I'm going to need it for rolling out my dough. So when the dough starts to pull away from the side of the bowl and doesn't look too super sticky, that means your dough is mixed together really well. So we're almost there. My hefty stand mixer. This thing is 33 years old and it's still going strong, and I use it all the time. I do have a backup, but this baby, it's just a classic, great mixer that never lets me down. It's always just going, going, going. So I think we are there. Yep. So it will be a little sticky to your hands. No worries. Because you're going to use a little extra flour to roll this out anyway. So take this out. Put that over there. And then I am going to, with my very sticky hands, put some flour. Move that, move my coffee out of the way. Put that there. I should put my knife out of the way. I don't need that anymore. So your dough will look like this. So this will make 2 loaves, believe it or not, once it's risen. So I am going to roll this out. I'm going to knead it just a little bit on a floured surface. This is my favorite part of making bread, right here, is the kneading. I know I kneaded it in the stand mixer, but I like to do another round with my hands. It just gives it that additional love. Because bread baking is definitely an act of love and something I thoroughly enjoy making. So if you're interested in my Wild Tree group, I will post the group below. Please feel free to join. Invite your friends. It's a very interactive group. We're a pretty active bunch. I give you recipes and I go live on there also a lot. I just thought I'd go live on my personal page today because I have a lot of people that love to just watch me make bread. I'm also going to be announcing something soon for my local friends about a bread service, hopefully, coming to a house near you, where I will actually be able to you can either pick up or I will deliver seasonal breads and homemade sourdough breads. I actually have to feed my sourdough after this because I made sourdough bread the other day. And that is it. So I kneaded for probably about 2 minutes. So you got a nice little ball of dough. Place that in your bowl just like that. Cover it with some either a towel, a damp towel. Have a great day, everybody. Love you all. Cheers. I'm not going to kiss my hands.